tell me I have to stay beyond my time, I'm sorry, but I cannot do that. Oh, this is stressful. Like, there's certain phrases that the Gen Z would use that people actually make fun of, people laugh about, and they're like, what do you mean this is affecting your mental? Like, hey, you gotta do your work. You know, so they have this way of associating nonchalance and just this carefree attitude to being Gen Z. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we don't like stress.
How does that relate to the real world? Like, social media is in the real world. You don't like stress, so you should not be. How does that relate to that? Because I'm intrigued by this whole Gen Z thing. I just want to understand.
We Gen Z, I would just say in short, that we're bodies.
Am I? What does it mean to be a body? So maybe am I a body?
Are you Gen Z?
No.
Okay, no.
So because I'm not Gen Z, I'm not a body. Voila.
Nah.
Okay, but really though, I want us to talk about you as an individual, right?
Okay.
Like, you have definitely come a long way, especially at such a young age. I mean, who would have thought you're kind of a millionaire, aren't you? Multi-millionaire. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. Okay. So what were you doing before Big Brother?
I wasn't doing anything. I was saving money to start my business. So I was just trying to because I want to have a business, and so I was like, it's time for me to save money to like pursue my goals and everything. And I didn't want to depend on my parents. I just wanted to like, oh yes, I did it by myself without my dad or without my mom. So I was just doing it to like save up to start my business. And luckily, God just saved me from the stress.
And gave you everything that you wanted. What about school? Like, you know, did you grow up in Nigeria?
I'm done with school. I graduated in 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm done with school and everything.
So what type of business were you looking at starting? What kind of business were you saving up for?
A clothing brand. I want to just have my own empire, like shoes, clothes, jewelry, everything in Ilebaye.
Yeah. Okay, that's beautiful. Well, again, I think having goals is essential.
Yeah.
It's also one of those things I would say a lot of young people don't think about the future. How long have you? I tell people that growing up, I had a dream wall, and on that wall, I had shoes, I had clothes, I had I'm just showing how detailed everything I wanted in the future was. So I knew exactly the kind of woman I wanted to become over the next few years, and I'm happy that I'm becoming her slowly. So talk to me about some of the goals you had, say 5 years ago, and how real those are becoming now.
Okay, I would say I wanted to become the biggest that everybody would recognize, and also the youngest, richest woman everybody would recognize.
The youngest, richest woman. Okay. I'm going to use your word her. But really, getting back into the house now, I had an interview with Doyin.
Okay.
And I did this with all the housemates. I'll tell them to look into that camera. Ironically, you're sitting just where Doyin was sitting. Aww. And I told her to look into the camera and say something to one person in the house that she felt closest to, that she just wanted to send love. And she sent a message to you. And it was the most emotional message that I had heard because, you know, she talked about how you were a fighter and how she knew you were going to get the money. And this was at the point Doyin had just been evicted. So it's interesting that everything she said, you know, eventually happened. Talk to me about your relationship with her.
Then the house, we didn't get to really bond, and I didn't get to understand it. So we had one issue than the other because I'm not really good with friends because I don't really have friends outside. So it's just something that I'm trying to learn how to handle friendship and everything. And I felt like when they have a lot of people don't want us to be friends, so they're just like, oh, be careful of her, just watch up whatever she says, da da da. So I just felt like, let me just give this a drink. So probably will go out because you can't just be telling me things to meet here. I will not encourage people just be happy. And I just feel like people also say she was without her I can't survive. So I feel like let me just give this a space. But at the end of the day she left the house. But she was one of the people that were like stand and stood for me, like they always supporting me, like she's always defending me. And even if I'm sad, she's always like, oh yeah, like I'm sad and she'll come and meet me. But I feel like she's more of the what word should I use? I'm the calmer one. And she's like the expressive person. So whenever I have issues, I feel like fight. But me, I'm just like, it's okay, I'll go to the person. Or like,
you think she was put in positions where she constantly had to defend you?
I told her that I didn't like how she was, because she was making people dislike her.
Because of you?
Yes, and I love the fact that she was defending me, not because I'm not used to people defending defending me like that or like standing up for me. So it's something new. But like I like the fact that she was also like defending me, but like people just had issues with that. And they're like making it, using that like as an excuse to hit her.
So how, that's lovely. How would you describe your own conflict resolution techniques in terms of the fact that while Doyin was in the house, obviously we saw her fighting for you a lot, but then she left, and we saw you have altercations with other people. Are you want to be very vocal when you want to stand up for yourself? How do you stand up for yourself?
Sometimes I'm vocal and sometimes I'm just I really don't like problem. So when problem, like if like problem is like coming to me and I keep like avoiding it and like it's just full, then I'll stand up. But when it's like okay, we've done some things we want, I'll just overlook it. So I overlook it like the third time I'll just like I've been trying to ignore you, so I just can't be like why do you keep doing this?
Okay, what do you have to say to people who feel like you were an instigator? An instigator, let me define that, and I want to make sure that I have the right context in the sense that you know what you're doing to a person and then they react and you're like, why are you reacting? Well, you did something to me. Why would I? So it's like, what do you have to say to people who feel like this is the role that you played in the house?
I wasn't.
Okay.
I just thought I was just being me and I was just misunderstood in the place.
How so? When you say misunderstood, you want to put some more words to that?
I was the youngest and I felt like they wanted some sort of respect from me. And it's more like, oh, I've had issues with people. Like, I've had, like, for example, you're friends with this person and I have issues with you. The other person will answer, okay, yes. And because you're friends with this person, like, hey, it's Ilebaye, and we'll try, like, oh, this is a problem. But I just feel like I was just misunderstood and needed some type of respect from me. And it's
respect, like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm all mature and I'm the youngest.
So because Ilebaye is 22, then is it, do you say good morning, uncle? Good morning, auntie?
No, it's not like that, good morning. Like you understand when you're like, some people just want, okay, just give me some certain respect. It, like, you can't even say, it's not compulsory for you to say good morning, good afternoon, like, hope you've eaten, da da da. But like, there's this respect. I really don't know how to put it in my words, but.
So let me get this. Are you saying basically now that because you're young, because from what I understand, Big Brother's house is a house of different people, and the fact that you all converge in the same place. You all have worked hard equally to get there. You guys are in the same space. Everyone is fighting for the same thing. So when you say demand respect, like, I'm gonna just need you to just try to expatiate on that. Maybe you can give me a scenario because that sounds like bullying to me. I'm sorry. That sounds like someone's trying to bully you.
Next question.
No, I wanted to. No, I'm sorry. This is 360, right? and I like to leave things on the table because people are watching, and anything we don't address could be misconstrued, and people could give it their own thoughts. And either way, you have followers, and they give it their own thoughts. So I'd just like you to just flush it up a bit. Like when you say respect, was it that respect in the sense that these people are just trying to tower over you because you're young, like they were trying to prey on your age? Or was it that you were doing something that an average person, whether young or old, would say, this is disrespectful, don't do that to me? How would you describe that?
The first step, like just trying to say, oh, I'm young, and trying to take advantage of that.
Okay, that's fine. So clearly the subject of bullying is not something you want to talk about. Why?
I've left that chapter.
But did it happen?
So I just want to focus on like the future. So I've left that part.
So it's something that happened in the past and you just want to leave it. What's your relationship now with the housemates?
I'm cool with everybody that wants to be cool with me. I don't have issues with anybody, but I'm cool with everybody.
You know, everybody, we will still know. I've interviewed so many Big Brother housemates, and sometimes when I see things happen on social, I just look at it and just laugh. I'm just like, sure, you're seeing yourself outside. I saw a video with you and Ike. In fact, there's so many things I want to talk about. Let's start with that video. I'm just going to pinpoint it. And you know, it was so friendly. I was like, wow. What's not your proof that it treats I want? I mean, success they say has many friends, but that moment, I'm looking at yourself now. Another moment I saw Ilebaye was when they referred to you as the lower hanging fruit.
They said something like that?
Yeah, there was a conversation about being the lower hanging fruit. You know, I saw it on social media. So that moment, when you say you're good with everybody, how good are you with everybody?
Like, what I mean is that I am cool with anybody. Like, if you want to be cool with me, fine. If you want to keep it for me, it's good. But even if you're keeping it for me, I'm still cool with you. If there's something that, or if there's a business for you that obviously needs someone, I could still recommend you. Like, I don't have to for anybody. Like, my own space, my heart is open to anybody that wants to come to me.
But do you have people that you would say, like I asked Perry this question, like people that are in your inner circle, like these are your G's, these are your guys.
Yeah.
Who are those people for you?
Okay, I'm cool with Doyin.
Obviously.
I'm cool with Alex, Whitemony, Mercy. I would say Cross and Adekunle.
That's cute. It's actually just waiting for us. We actually wrap this up so Cross is coming. But Ilebaye, I mean, you are an interesting lady, and I really look forward to seeing what you put together.
Thank you so much.
I always say this to everyone. It's a normal thing. Stones get thrown at you regardless. We just want to make sure that at the end of the day, your heart stays pure and you're good, as usual, and you'll be fine. So thank you for joining me on Arise 360. And congratulations to you once again. Let's take a quick break. When we return, I'll have Cross, still one of the finalists of the bbnaija All-Star season. Join me on the show. It's Arise 360. We'll be right back. Well done. Well, wait, holding your breath? Girl, you held your own. I loved it. Because the thing is, I always say this, anything you don't put a word to, and you see these fans, but it's